could it be you try to put your suspicion of yourself by showing up?
Perhaps.
Or maybe you feel guilty.
Mason, I still have never drank human blood in my life.
And how can you prove it to us?
I can't.
See,
But
again, we can't be
Mason,
sure.
you may be in charge of this, but there are times you need to learn to shut up. If I was guilty, I'd be making a really fucking stupid mistake coming here. If you believe me guilty, then kill me now. I came to figure out what was happening because I currently believe that this doesn't help us and there are better ways to gain relations with non-vampires. And I want to see if we can't set this to rest and perhaps help rebuild the reputation we lost when you know who attacked our wards.
Now, see.
And forgive me if I did not want to come to a moot when nobody here came to the aid of my clan when they were wiped out by the ministry.
Now, see. I remember you 8 years ago. You didn't like at all talking about the killing. Yet here you are the one who suggested me to kill you for suspicion.
Killing me is one thing. I am welcome to throw my own life away as I please. Killing others who do not have that choice, that is what I've been against.
Yet, you still was the one who brought this up. I didn't suggest anything about killing. Did I? And he looks around to everybody else.
You're the one who started throwing out accusations, monsieur.
I'm just trying to say facts. I didn't say it was you. I said it could. And you
And it could have been you. You're suspicious as well as you have always been very pro-violence.
It could have been me, yes. I am very suspicious myself. Because I speak like this. But is it a proof that I did it? No. Can I prove I didn't?
You can.
How can I prove myself that I didn't?
I'm a legitimate. Let me see.
Oh. The room gets very, very silent.
And I would say any vampire who knew Gabriel probably knew this already.
Then go ahead.
Flipping back and forth.
Go ahead, then.
I will use legitimacy on him.
All right, go ahead and roll.
What does that spell do again?
I can see into your memories. Depending on how well I roll, depends on how far back I see. It needs to be a willpower contestant test unless you choose to fail it.
I choose to fail it.
You choose to fail it?
You choose to fail it? Okay.
It all depends on how high I roll to see how far back I...
Far back.
So I have a plus 2 to my wand.
Kevin, you can have, you know how you can have more of that food like in real life?
How?
I mean, you could come over and hang out with me. We could hang out. This could be you in real life.
As long as we skip the poisoned part, I'm in.
If one of these days I'll get to hang out with Kevin again. One of these days he'll actually think.
And then you will poison him.
I've got a lot of ice cream. I should start driving around in a white truck with it. Anyway, so
I didn't have a picture in the Truth Is Out There chat.
Yeah.
I rolled triple sixes.
Triple six. Oh my god.
Everything. So, your mind. I believe the exact wording is your mind is laid bare.
Wow.
So. Yep, lay bare the target's mind.
Okay. Go ahead. So go ahead.
You don't you don't see any memory of being part of it. I'm part of the incident, at least not being actually seen when it happened, or after that.
Does he have any connection to it? Again, mind is laid bare. Mm-hmm. I know all your secrets.
He has spoken with the group that did it before.
So you know who did it.
Each have told them that somebody, an innocent vampire was trapped and was about to be executed by the vampire hunters.
And what about before that? How did he get that information? Mind is laid bare.
Sure.
Yeah, you gotta spill
Like everything. You can't have no
Critical.
secrets from me.
First, because I didn't we didn't specify it was how I did know it, or if
Yeah.
this was true or not.
So how did you find out about it, or how do you know about it?
Well, he would have been watching some of the. He was watching the Vampire Hunters for a while, and have seen them, but I'm gonna just because there was something I left out of idea that was up to you, Hag. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for this to see if you want to. Yeah. Okay. So well, he actually saw a vampire being taken. Well, but in his mind, he doesn't know exactly if it was an innocent vampire, just that it was taken by a vampire.
Okay. Then what I would like for you to truthfully tell us is, how does Mason feel about the attack? Was he happy about the attack? Genuinely, I want to know how he felt about the attack. Did he find it as a good thing?
entertained.
He was entertained by it. Okay. So definitely, I think it's safe to say he definitely did not feel like disgusted or otherwise against what happened. He doesn't seem to be against it, Celeste. So.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like he was directly involved with it. But he certainly is probably in support of it, most likely.
You're the one who informs them about the vampire hunters. You saw
Yes,
them
but-
take a vampire that you did not know for a fact was innocent. And you let them know for your amusement.
What?
Now, why would I do it for my amusement? I couldn't have been sure.
Everything.
Let's say,
Mason,
That's
everything.
how you knew. Okay, so let's say that I did find entertainers to say. How would I know for sure that they actually would believe me and follow through to actually kill these vampire hunters?
The fact is
How would
more that you know who they are, who did it.
Excuse me, one of the vampires that you've never met before stands up. I'm sorry, but I don't know you. I know Mason, and he's actually been coming to this meeting for the last several years. So for you to show up and say that you have authority to tell me, and I'm supposed to believe you that you have legilimens? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna look
but
at
I
the
don't-
older vampires in the room who knew Gabriel and knew me.
Of those people, definitely seem to be supportive of you. Unfortunately, those people are vastly outnumbered from the other vampires who seem to be a lot more loyal to Mason. Unfortunately, they seem to be very low in numbers. Probably because by choice, those people stopped attending. People who were more loyal to Gabriel probably stopped attending this particular moot. So
Getting suspicious.
many of the, a lot of the people are hearing what you're saying, but many of them are like, have this look on their face like, she claims she can read his mind, but we're not going to trust some person who just showed up after however many years.
Would Mira or Norio know if Celeste is a legilimancer? And
Would she?
I mean, if she learned anything about Gabriel in those past times, like it wasn't exactly a secret.
yes,
Okay, so maybe you know.
And maybe Grandpa, told old stories and whatnot.
Maybe, yeah. So the unfortunate thing, I think, people like Muriel and Norio are probably in the minority, like in terms of general attitude, and definitely, certainly, like people who are loyal to Mason. There's a lot more people in this room who are loyal to Mason.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. I suppose it's pointless being here now. This isn't much of a moot anymore. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna leave.
Hold on. Mason, do you deny it? Any of it?
I only deny that I knew this would happen.
Did you let them go for entertainment? Did you let one of our own go and be taken by hunters for your amusement?
There were too many for myself to could take them down to save them. At
That
the
was
time,
what I asked.
I did not do this for entertainment.
Would that be a deception check?
I think it would be. Yeah. Roll me a deception.
13, I rolled low.
16.
Okay.
Okay.
You can tell he's lying. Muriel,
14.
you believe he's lying.
You
Whether you can convince everybody else is another thing, though.
You bastard. You did let them go. And it was for entertainment.
But I couldn't know they would do it.
That doesn't change. You only let them go for entertainment.
Now, why would I do it? Why would I be entertained with such thing?
Why would you let someone just take another one of our own?
Do you
Like-
think I could stop them myself? They
If
are
it's-
vampire hunters for a reason, and are more than just me. And just
You could
one.
have gotten help.
And what about I wouldn't have time to it?
You follow them. You see where they're going. You get help.
Yes, that's I decided to go well. I decided to follow them. Found out where they were, and I told others about it. That's it.
Has Celeste left out of character?
She probably
She
would have stopped to listen as the others started speaking up, and she would actually she'd look around at the other vampires if the ones who may have been a little bit more on the fence might be turning, having more people confirming, and this conversation. She wants to read.
Okay.
This is a farce. Grandfather was right. Should have stopped coming when Gabriel died. And he's gonna start to follow Celeste out.
For your information, Mason, I don't believe that was the correct course of action. That if that was your course of action, a bloodbath like that isn't going to reduce deaths. The vampire hunters are going to come back, and they're going to be furious that some of their own that were killed. Trying to handle this, it would have been better to handle this with more care and control.
Was it my action that caused the death? I was not the one that had a hand in it. My hands are blood free from that incident.
Right. I'm going to leave as well. I can't stay here anymore.
You will leave, and I will say about a third of the group will follow, but the majority will remain. And some people will actually approach Mason and says, "It's all right, Mason. We're still here. You can continue the rest of the agenda."
Oh well.
All right. So go ahead. So you'll continue on. The other two will leave, and Celeste will notice that those two have left as well, with a few others that are starting to disperse. What happens?
I'm gonna walk into with them, so I'm kind of staying between them so I could talk to them. Would you two like to meet my friend, the Muggle?
At this point, why not?
Because the truth is, we're here to hunt down the bastards who killed the vampire hunters. And I may have added another name to the list.
Let's be perfectly honest. I'm not shedding a single tear for those hunters.
These are my. But it doesn't do anything to help with what I'm trying to accomplish. Having a bloodbath in front of muggles doesn't paint a good picture for vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Both
my
sides.
concern too. My concern is more that the 20 may have saved, and he'll nod to Muriel, our good friend, but they will no doubt have killed many more for it.
Undoubtedly. This moot, this group of moots, it's not safe anymore.
No.
We have to find others. I just think it's interesting that the clans decided to follow a clanless. With no loyalties. As
I don't think many of us thought about that.
It's not like I have a lot of say in the matter. I just get stuck in with other moods closest.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's go talk to my friend. Maybe we can figure out who did this. And possibly, if we're lucky, we can put Mason in his place. If not now, we can set up plans for it later.
You two have places to stay tonight.
Yes, I have a hotel.
All right, that's good.
You can, if you don't, you can stay with me.
No, I was going to offer the same. It's a nice enough apartment, well, or a hotel room, I guess. But
Will you be safe on your own after that display? After he expresses such anger?
let's say that I may have hunted many hunters in my time, but vampires were not exclusively hunted by vampire hunters.
I'll introduce you to my friends.
Okay.
You're gonna walk down the street, and you're going to head over to the Jollibees, where it looks like everybody is quite full, most likely.
I still can't believe they put hot dogs in the spaghetti.
Very unusual. I like it.
Hey, it's delicious.
Agent Polaris.
Oh,
These are my friends, Muriel
Norio.
and Norio.
your friends. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Agent Polaris.
Norio will, did you proffer a hand or?
Yeah, sorry. I did it, but, you know.
Norio will take your hand. Norio Yamihato. Nice to meet you.
His hand is cold. Unusually cold.
Almost like he's dead.
Almost like he's dead.
Morino. It's very nice to meet you. And you?
I'm Muriel Imahara. Lovely to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
For a moment, your characters are like, do we know each other from a different life? Have we met before? Maybe in an alternate universe. I don't know. But anyway. She's like, you look familiar. Maybe if you like were naked, I might recognize you. I mean, we are in the red light district, so it's like, oh, now it's like, oh, now I recognize you. Now I recognize you.
I've been at this B restaurant the whole time.
I'm sorry, keep going. I have to get back at Kevin for something. Anyway.
Please come and sit. I don't know if you guys eat or not, but I can get food or drinks or whatever.
Norio just pulls out a flask.
Yeah, same thing. I'm drinking out of a flask too.
Muriel falls through.
Plans number one.
So,
Bottle.
Felix is gonna speak up at this point. So, I'm guessing you guys have information about the incident. I'm Agent Mintaka.
Norio reaches out to shake his hand. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I have some.
We found out quite a bit of information. The head of the moot knows who did it, and he supports them.
Okay.
And
This
the
is
head of the moot is like the most powerful.
just the one who tends to lead everything, but he seems to have gathered a nice group of young followers in the meantime.
Oh boy.
Millennials.
I knew they were nothing but trouble.
They have no
Darn millennials.
Unfortunately, he grabbed power after Gabriel died.
What happened?
Or that's then.
You mentioned that no one helped. I wasn't. I know something happened, but I wasn't aware of the incident other than something bad happened.
The ministry had approached Gabriel to help them hunt down a rogue vampire. He refused. He was trying to get some things in order. He was still trying to teach me how to survive. And the ministry sent auras to kill him.
Bastards.
I had a few auras visit my family home growing up.
Only,
I'm gonna watch out.
only myself and a few escaped, but I don't know where they are. I've been trying to look. That's why I haven't been at meetings.
If you find them, Clan Yamihanta will take them in.
It's something to discuss possibly later. I'm building my own.
The grandfather would be happy to see you again.
I'd like to see him too. But yes, it's very bad. He knows who did it, and he's protecting them. And he has loyal followers now. All around.
Around how many are we talking?
I wouldn't say we're entirely on our own.
There were others who left, but I don't know if they'd really be willing to fight against Mason. They was a minority. About how many people were in the moot total?
I would say about 30-ish.
30-ish, so...
30 to 40. 30 to 40.
How are we even going to pull this off?
So like 10 to 15 people were leaving with us, but the rest all stayed.
I would say like roughly 10 people left with you. Roughly.
They still have...
So there's probably 30
They
left.
still have about 30 people left, at least mostly loyal to Mason's word. Out of the 10 who left with us.
At least he's going to try and say, honestly, I have no ideas how to deal with this.
Mason is basically a cult leader. He doesn't speak for the entirety of our vampire society. This is honestly just a small gathering of us.
Is there like a higher group that could...
So it's a vampire council.
Yeah.
That's if the council could stop arguing with itself for long enough to do something about it.
Or if they would even care.
Good point.
I've never interacted with them.
I've been doing it for 1,000 years, and I guess you realize you've got time enough to argue. Decade.
What's a vampire council? Is that like the ministry for vampires?
It's something of our clan leaders.
Clan leaders.
Was Gabriel part of the council?
Was he? You tell me.
I mean, he was over 1,000 years old, so I think he probably would have been.
Okay, then he probably was.
Okay.
Then he probably was.
All right.
There you go.
If that was the case, Mason might have been part of it at one point.
That's true. He might have been a part of it at least at one point as well.
But not anymore, at least.
Yeah, I doubt they'd have clanless on the council.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna do this. Gabriel, Mason knew who did it. I'm not I read a bit deeper into his thoughts than I had originally thought I would. So it's a bit hard to cipher through, and I'm really tired from doing that.
Is there a way we could get him alone?
Not likely. Not after the scenes that happened in the mood.
Yeah, he'll probably be on edge.
And he is also a very old vampire, and he is very experienced.
And even if we managed to get the information from him, it was still 20 vampires. I have no idea how we're going to pull this off.
The thing is, the reason for why they wanted to kill the hunters was legitimate. They had captured one of our own, and they wanted to protect them. I don't know if the vampires who killed them are evil or cruel, or just desperate and scared. Unfortunately, we can't just arrest a bunch of vampires. Your circle would fill up like crazy.
From what I know, do I get the feeling that it was like they were gleefully slaughtering them, or was it just efficient killing?
It was a mix. Depends on which body you're looking at. It was a mix.
Do we actually know how long between time of death and when they were found was?
I would say they were discovered the next morning. One thing I will do though mention, since you were at the scene of the crime, probably prior to the police, Norio, I'm assuming you were there prior to the police, because you said you saw the bodies yourself, there was overturned by a table. A table had been overturned, and underneath the table was this interesting looking old puzzle box. It's like a little tiny small chest that doesn't seem to have a keyhole, but if you shake it, it doesn't sound like anything is inside of it, but it looks like you can put something in it.
Does it look like something that shouldn't just be randomly left in a library?
Definitely looks out of place for a public library. It might have been owned by... It probably was owned by somebody in that meeting, but you don't know the details of who it could have been.
He probably would have taken it. I don't know that he would have had much time to mess with it yet.
I hope. Do we know? Is there any chance that any of them were turned?
Not
Or
like
they all just killed?
Considering how little we have to go on, Felix is going to try to use some divination to maybe divine some possibilities.
Let's just say that some of them were definitely having more fun and in their murder than others.
So, okay, that is a 12.
You're not going to get any advice on how to take care of this situation. So this is probably something you're going to have to be creative about yourselves. Yeah. However, you do see a vision. You see that there might be like a box of fast food box currently, and the fast food box moves over to Norio in color. And by the way, when just so everybody knows, when Felix uses his ability, none of you are seeing what he's seeing, so this is all like in his head. But anyway, the fast food box moves over to Norio's, and it actually goes into Norio's hands, at least as if he's holding something, a box-like thing. And his wand pops out from under the sleeve, not in real life though. This is just something that Felix is seeing. His wand pops out of his sleeve, and you can see a hoop like emerge from his wand, and it merges back into his wand. Felix, that's all you see.
Norio?
Yes?
This is going to sound really weird, but I need to see the box.
He's going to look over to Celeste. I'm guessing he's the divination expert that you were talking about.
Yes, he is. He's I point to Michael. He's the muggles. Those two are both wizards, but not with the ministry.
That's good. Probably one that's dead if they were with the ministry.
Norio, I'm also going to need to see your wand.
His hand definitely like reaches over towards his wrist and is like, why?
Yes, that's interesting. Bino is intrigued by this question as well.
It's going to be important. My visions are vague, but I know it's important.
Can you try and persuade me out of character?
Okay. Oh! That is a 13 total.
I'd say that's enough. He's going to slowly pull his wand out from his sleeve. Cherry wood, very slender, slightly longer than normal, but not by much.
Windows!
Unlike, Leves, the 23 inches, what is it now? 24 inches?
He hasn't had any use for Mage Agra. So, clearly.
Okay.
And hesitantly, he's going to reach out and to give it to you.
All right.
As he lets you grab hold of it, he holds on for a second longer. I'm going to want this back.
Of course, I understand. Felix is gonna gently carry it. He's gonna take it in his hands, and he's going to try and take the ring off.
You will easily be able to. How does Vienna react to this?
I saw signing. He's looking at another one. He's speaking in Finnish now.
He's speaking in Finnish. Gotta catch them all.
Another one. So none of you can understand what he's speaking right now.
Vieno is to magic items as Levi is to go.
Yes.
Aw.
Levi!
Sorry,
Levi.
Levi.
Norio was definitely surprised that the etching on his wand comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, I thought.
Vieno is his hand is clearly like okay, give me.
Hang on. I would like to identify the symbol on it.
Roll a runes check, please.
Oh, I start. You have to
you can roll a runes as well. You can roll a runes as well if you'd like, Mr. Seppa. This is the symbol for cancer. I'm sorry, Nori, but you have cancer.
Oh,
Oh boy.
here goes my immortal.
Wasn't expecting to find cancer here.
What?
I'm sorry, Norio. Your wand has cancer.
Somehow that doesn't bother me that an inanimate wooden object has cancer.
But which one are we talking
It's
about?
inanimate? Why do you guys carry around a bunch of sticks then? That makes no sense. Muriel, do you understand this? I don't.
Wands help channel magic for those who can use it.
Yeah, some don't need it, but it's always good to have.
Yeah.
All right. Felix is going to. I've never tried putting. I don't know what happens if there are two rings on a wand.
I had no importance into astrology. I always thought it was just for girls to find out what kind of dresses they want to wear or whatever. Something.
What's your
true
birthday?
love.
What is your birthday? Might as well ask. Who knows? It might work on a muggle.
I am a Taurus.
I'm a Libra, so.
May 17th.
I have one question. Do I know what Cancer is compatible with?
I think Vieno would actually pull out a notebook and he would have, after finding out two rings, he would have looked up all the
Yes.
all the
Between the two of you, Cancer is compatible with Taurus, other Cancers, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. It is relatively compatible to Gemini, Leo, and Sagittarius and Aquarius. It's not compatible with Aries and Libra. I'm sorry, with Aries and Libra.
Oh boy. All right.
Vampire ring isn't compatible with the vampire.
Okay. Felix is going to try and put the ring on his wand as well as the Taurus symbol.
I'd like to point out that is property of my family.
Don't worry, sir. You'll get it back. Trust me.
When you place the etching, the hoop onto the wand, both etchings are now on the wand, and you can feel Felix. Why did I say Levi? We were talking about Levi. You can feel Felix. You can feel Levi. You can feel a surge of energy coursing through the wand, even more powerful than prior.
Like Harry Potter choosing the wand.
Okay.
Yeah, but not as visual.
Oh, okay.
It's more of a feeling.
I have no idea what's going to happen, but I try and use the Cancer etching.
Roll use magic item.
Oh boy. That's a 14.
You roll a 14 and you try to use the Cancer etching. Nothing seems to happen.
Huh.
Nothing seems to happen.
Huh.
Vieno, are you just hanging out there?
I'm very much like I want to. You're very fidgety.
The magic item guy really wants something to do.
All right.
Really, the magic guy would love.
Felix is going to take the ring, Cancer ring off, and he's going to show it to Vieno.
Did you rewind time or something? What happened?
No, nothing happened.
To look at it.
Wait.
To analyze it, trying to figure out what it can do.
Yes, roll me a use magic item and give me a advantage. Roll an advantage.
For the sake of the two vampires, I'm like, the links do something that can amplify magic, have special abilities, we're just trying to figure out what they do, because we've already found two of them.
Okay.
Norio leans over.
And you know what, I'm gonna say that in vampire, so nobody else can understand it.
Oh.
So
Also
Michael
in
can't get
vampire.
upset.
Also in Vampire, Norio says back, rewind time? The hell does he think this is? The DeLorean?
The first one he found could rewind time. The other one can turn someone invisible.
You're pulling my leg.
I am not. Trust
Michael doesn't know what's being said, but he looks smug as fuck.
Like straight up, I don't know why. I always imagine vampire being like a lot of like clicking and hissing sounds, so it actually sounds like really creepy and scary. So you just hear me like clicking and hissing.
Like the first language kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was. Oh, wait,
What do you have?
it was 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Vieno, you know that Cancer is a sign of emotionality and home, and you believe that whatever the ability this thing has, it's something that is not applicable right now. It's something that is not applicable because even if you were to cast it, nothing can happen because there is some condition needs to be met in order for it to actually do something.
What was Cancer home? What?
Roll me can you roll me a knowledge medicine, please? Norio, roll me a knowledge history.
15.
Why am I rolling so low today?
Yeah, what do you have?
It was, well, only 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Would
holding 5s and 6. Average.
Alright. Vieno, would you at least mention what I just told you?
Yes,
that some condition hasn't been met.
Yeah. Something needs to be done. This needs specific circumstances to work.
Norio, you remember that this wand has been passed on from one person to another, and one thing, now that you all of this talk about this wand having specific abilities that you remember is that every single person that has possessed this wand has chosen to become a healer in profession. Has been like one of your grandmother who last had this wand was said to be such a powerful healer. She could have also probably have healed cancer itself on a patient.
I have an idea. Would you mind if I have my wand back in the etching, please?
Of course.
Fine.
You know, we can't collect them all.
Alright. Now,
But I want to.
how do you use yours?
Focus
Oh.
on the ring.
I just
Put it
try
on
to
the-
use it.
Put it on your wand and focus on the ring.
Alright, he does that. And takes his hand and he slices it open with a tooth. And focuses on the wand to try and heal it.
Roll me a use magic item, please. Just roll to me 2d6s, and if you have a use magic item, that'd be wonderful.
I do.
Yep. You pass your wand over the wound, and it magically closes up and heals itself almost instantaneously.
My grandmother was said to be one of the greatest healers.
Well,
Almost everyone who possessed this wand. It was said that she could cure cancer if she had to.
We know mumbles in Finnish. That would have been so useful a couple of days ago.
yeah.
You got these in the wrong order.
All right. Wait. I think we got sidetracked a little, but I also need to see the puzzle box, Norio.
If we're going to do that, we should go back to my hotel.
All right.
As you guys are going to start heading out, you will see that there is going to be a group of people that have started to emerge from where Celeste came from. Mason, are you going to be... There's probably going to be a group of your buddies that are planning to go out afterwards. I don't know if you're going to join them or if you're going to go off by yourself. Or if you're going to stay with the group.
Mason will actually go off on his own.
Okay.
Comfortable one.
Would everyone please roll me an observe spot? Everyone roll an observe spot. Celeste, feel free to take advantage of this one. Are you going to...
I don't know if I'm gonna have advantage because I'm currently at -5 on all checks right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, how did Celeste get wounded again?
Legitimacy. I rolled really bad on my exhaustion saves.
Well,
So I'm currently at the stage of exhaustion of spent.
Mason, are you trying to be discreet as you're leaving, or you're not really making any effort necessarily to be discreet when you're leaving?
Well, I'm gonna be discreet.
You're gonna be discreet. Roll me a conceal. So if you want, roll me a 2d6 and add 2d4.
I got an 18 roll.
Okay, 2d6 and add 2d4.
Ooh, I'm rolling low here.
Okay, what is it?
7.
7.
Oh, I can actually see you. I rolled
But I told
8.
you. I used all my luck up this Friday. I have rolled 6 natural 20s in D&D.
Oh,
This Friday. I used all my luck up.
yeah, use it all up. All right, so you like ran into a trash can or something.
It wasn't them before.
I still notice him at a -2.
You run into a trash can, and I'm gonna say like there might be like 2 girls there who notice, and they sort of wave at you. They've got a lot of makeup on, and they're very they're dressed for the night, but for some reason they are out with anyone in particular. But they sort of like wave over at Mason's direction.
Park, I rolled 2 6s and got 19.
Okay, you definitely see Mason making his way out, and you notice he's trying to be discreet, but he failed miserably trying to be discreet as he's leaving on his own by himself.
Celeste is unfortunately probably like leaning on Michael at this point.
Yeah. Well, we can just say that Michael's like kind of helping out Celeste.
Yeah. So, what do you do, group?
In low Pyrrhic, Norio goes, he's trying to hide.
What? Where?
And he quickly makes so that you don't go pointing him out.
It's just a voice and it's like, okay.
And he positions it over my left shoulder.
What is he trying to accomplish?
I don't know, but I know he's trying to be stealthy about it and failing horribly.
That's Mason, the leader of the moot.
Should we lead him over and corner him?
Are there other people out or just Mason?
Just Mason.
Okay.
He said he's going by himself. So
There's 2
if we're gonna
girls.
Catch him now. He's with 2 girls right now, or at least the 2 girls are trying to entice him.
I don't know.
He looks rich. He looks like he might have,
I don't know. I'm not gonna be much help for a while.
Okay. Right, we need to go.
All right.
We need to at least confront him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and stand up on my own.
I become a bat and fly up.
All right, you become a bat and fly up.
I try to stealth
Muriel.
to follow him.
Roll a stealth, and Mason, go ahead and roll a observe spot. Roll 2 d6s and add 2 d4.
18 stealth.
18. You don't see Michael. How about
Definitely sees the bat that only got 9.
you definitely will see the bat flying towards your direction. How about Muriel?
She's going to duck away and come out as like a sandy-colored wolf, so it kind of looks like a dog, like a larger dog, and try and like, look inconspicuous.
I'm assuming that he will not recognize you as the dog, so he probably will not know that's you. So you do notice that a bat is coming towards your direction. And I'm going to say, because it's so low, you did catch Norio transforming into said bat and is flying towards your direction. First of all, how are you dealing with the girls?
Well, he'll just give them a smirk and then just consider walking. Seeing as he already failed his stealthing move, he's just gonna walk as normal now.
He's gonna walk like normal. Okay, and then again, you will notice Norio flying towards your direction.
At first, I'm gonna ignore him and start walking like as if don't notice him at all.
Okay.
Mason just walks.
Right.
He just walked to his hotel.
His apartment. His hotel. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
so he's
his
gonna
one.
start walking to his hotel. So are you guys just gonna follow him all the way to the hotel, or are you gonna confront him before he reaches the
I was
hotel?
gonna say Celeste probably isn't hiding because she knows she isn't able to, so he might be able to notice Celeste just kind of leaning against a wall, looking really tired.
So where are you confronting him?
I'll just say like on a corner of an alley or something.
Okay. Eventually, you'll catch up to him on the corner of an alley. You'll at least see Norio. I don't think you'll see Michael and Muriel right away. But go ahead.
Norio will dive bomb as he passes through some alleyway and land in front of him.
All right. So Norio just dives and just immediately transforms back to block your path, or right in front of your path.
I was wondering when you will make a move.
Well, I guess I just needed the right moment.
Well, what do you want?
I don't know. I'm not the one to ask questions.
Celeste will be there and she'll have her wand out.
Miro kind of like stands protectively in front of Celeste because Celeste isn't doing too well.
Norio
She's
has his hand
like,
on his blade, and he doesn't have his wand out, but it's easily ready.
Michael
I'm
stays
afraid you're
hidden.
going to be coming with us, Mason.
And why would it be that? Why will we come alone?
I'm not giving you a choice.
Yeah, that's a good answer to that.
You see, I don't care if you give me a choice or not, because you have nothing on me that you can prove, and
I never said I'm
again,
taking
I
you
have
back to the
not done
council.
anything. I have not done anything on anybody.
You're dangerous. And I never said I'm taking you to deal with vampires.
And where would you be taking me?
You'll find out as soon as you get there. And I will point my wand at him.
When she does that, Norio pulls the blade mostly out, and it is very obvious it is a silver blade.
Quick question.
Whoa.
Did we get an axe for the muggle with bullets that don't work?
Realistically, probably, yeah.
Just in case.
You can get them.
Felix also has his wand pointed at him just in case anything happens.
I think something's happened. What happens?
As soon as he moves, if he comes at me at all, I would try and use the impediment curse on him.
If I do,
Okay.
I'm not going towards you though.
It was
Make
just
them-
a if thing.
Mason will just look around at you all and just. Well, you're taking on the wrong person here. What you should be going after is the ones that actually did the killing.
You see, I believe that the mastermind behind a killing is worth more than the killer themselves.
Besides,
Well, that's.
they were just doing what they thought was right to protect one of their own.
But now that they have already done it, next time will be easier for them to make that choice on their own.
And at that point, we'll hunt them down. You're the more dangerous right now. You're the one with the following. You're the one who puts the thoughts into their heads.
I'm
You're the one grabbing for power.
not
Someone
going
needs
after
to
power.
Well, I can't say I believe the same about you, Mason.
If I wanted power, I wouldn't be here. I would still be at the council.
Not since you became clanless.
Why do you think I became clandestine? I left it.
Then I guess you're just cruel for fun.
Why would I be that?
What
I
do you
had,
think?
I had quite a good life as a vampire, and a mortal as well. Not that I can remember much of the mortal life. So why would I enjoy the cruelty?
We're done talking here, Mason.
These are all
Either
questions.
you're gonna come along peacefully, or we will do this the hard way.
You can ask all the questions you want, and who knows, maybe you'll find the answers to them back at Orion.
No. You see, I ask the questions that you guys need to be asking. Because if you want to know the full truth, you have to ask the right questions.
You
Maybe
are a
we'll get that.
pretentious bastard, aren't you?
Always was.
The reason Gabriel can never stand you?
I'm just stating the facts.
You don't know all the facts.
I
Either
know.
come along, or we're going to do this difficultly.
One fact that I do know. You don't know the whole story. None of you do. And yet, you accuse me without knowing it.
I know enough.
It's gone to your head, man.
And that is the same way. The same things as this vampire hunters did. The medieval ministry. They all say they know enough. And yet, they get innocent people. Are you about to do the same one? Make sure I know the whole story before you make a decision.
Not here to kill you. Not unless you make it so.
No,
You can come along.
but I did not say about killing. That's just punish the innocent. That's in any way. Even if it's just imprisoning them. That's also a form of punishment, is it not?
I don't know how the Vampire Council or the Ministry works, but at Orion, we're here about learning the truth. And right now, my colleagues don't trust you. So I'd prefer it if you were in a more safe environment at Orion, where we could ask the questions and learn the whole story. If you are found to be innocent, you may go along your way. Does that seem reasonable?
I agree.
Then please, let us go.
Lead the way.
Damn, I'm pretty much a vampire. I can convince people to do whatever I want.
All right. So you're going to take Mason with you, and apparently he is allowing himself to be taken without a struggle. So I'm assuming you're going to cuff him. I'm not sure if Michael knows if that works or not on vampires, but...
I don't think we would cuff him. I think we would... Because there are so many of us and just one of him, I think that will allow him the dignity. And since we don't have proof that, like,
You're right.
hard proof, allow him the dignity to kind of walk out on his own.
Norio is standing just a little behind him, blade still fully drawn, but hidden up behind his arm instead of being shown out.
Yeah, and Celeste is still keeping an eye on him and keeping her wand ready.
So you will take him to Orion for questioning, and then from there you can decide if you're going to release him back to the wild,
Yes.
I guess, or not.
Yeah.
But before we do that, just to help in the interest of time, you guys will also make your way to Norio's hotel room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you will take the box out of the safe.
He reaches under his shirt and pulls off a very intricately crafted key and unlocks the chest, flips it open, and inside there's a lot that you'd think you'd find in a vampire hunter's trunk. But also the previously described box, which he takes out. Closes the chest.
Felix, may I see it?
I trusted you with my wand. Why not?
All right. Felix is going to look over the puzzle box and he's going to try and figure it out.
Would Norio be able to assist him?
Yes, please do. Knowledge games.
Knowledge games.
Yeah.
I have wizard chess specialty.
I think that'll help a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that'll help. Yeah, go ahead, use that. I'll allow that.
I got double sixes.
Oh.
Plus my knowledge. That is a 21.
Oh my gosh, you got double sixes as a critical success. So Norio will assist, and Felix will attempt to figure out how to open the box. Now, the reason why this might have stumped Norio a little bit is maybe he assumed that this was something that needed to be opened by magic. This is something that actually needs to be opened completely just by normal manual means.
Rubik's Cube.
It's like the Rubik's Cube, sliding. It's a lot of like sliding things around, but eventually, after a lot of very complicated like trial and error sequences, I would say within 10 minutes, you will manage to open the box. And inside the box is a folded up piece of parchment. It looks like an old map of some sort. If everyone could roll a knowledge, either a knowledge geography, it's a map of some sort, the map of some sort of looking temple. And I don't think this is a temple that anyone would recognize. Again, this is a very old map. And there is some sort of like X inscripted in the map on some place inside of this temple. And on the outside of the temple is this figure that looks like a man with one leg, which is really strange and bizarre, as a statue. It's like a statue of a man with one leg in front of this temple. And while you're holding into this, Levi, you suddenly get a vision while you're holding this map. Why do I keep calling you Levi? I'm sorry. I have Levi.
You have Levi on mind. You had Levi on the brain.
Well, there were a few times I caught myself calling Levi Felix. So that's like, I don't know why I get your names like swapped for some reason. So, Felix. Sorry. You get a vision. This is a vision the exact same vision that you saw earlier when you were in Ilvermorny.
Oh.
I take it something's clicking.
Yeah, I need to keep this map. I'm sorry, I have to go. Felix just puts the map away. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah, wait, what?
Okay, guys, this is going to sound really weird, but I need to take this map, and I need to take it to Ilvermorny.
That's probably the least weird thing I've heard all week.
Fair enough.
It's okay. A long time ago, I got a vision where I took something to. I hid something in Ilvermorny, and now I know it's this, and it's really important that I get it there.
Huh?
Why though? Other than just to
for somebody else to find it?
Yes, someone is supposed to find this. 4 people, in fact, are supposed to find this.
Oh.
Do you want them to find it? Are they good people? Like,
I have to assume they're students, in fact.
Oh, great.
No, look, my visions are important. They are very important for what happens. It's hard to explain, really, and it takes a lot of. I know this is a lot of blind faith, but this is really important to me.
I mean,
Do we
you've
want
never
to
let
give?
us-
Do we want to give students an ancient map to Saki Prairie?
I think we want to give these students the map.
I mean,
But we're just
ancient-
shoving it in wait, I don't know if you said that, but we're just hiding the map. Like any student can find it.
I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
pretty certain. I'm pretty certain that only these kids will find it.
I mean, to be fair, weirder things have happened in the wizarding world.
Yeah, and don't worry. I can likely get an excuse for why I'm at the school.
Maybe we could get some information. I'd like to know what's going on at the schools right now.
Yeah, maybe. But I think it would be best if I went alone. I'm actually
out of character. Do we know about the games that are going on currently? Me personally, as a student still.
Everyone roll a knowledge games. Everyone roll a knowledge games. Without Michael.
Of course.
Even Mason can roll if he really wants to.
I got a 19.
I didn't get that high, but I got a 16.
Okay. The DC is probably going to be like a 10 or higher. All of you got higher than a 10?
I got a 10.
Yes. All of you know that there is something going on called the Zodiac Games that are happening across 4 different schools, hosted at Ilvermorny right now. You all know that.
Of course.
And I actually will give Mason something. So Mason, you do know that you have a distant relative who is competing in the games right now by the name of Finn Djokovic. You're a distant relative of yours.
Oh boy.
You are distantly related to Finn Djokovic's father, who had unfortunately died during the Voldemort conflict.
I said, what side was he fighting for, though?
That's a very good question.
No, though.
I can likely come up with an excuse for why I'm at the school. I'm an alumni there. I can probably come up with a reason. I do have friends there and a teacher that I'm close to.
Yeah, maybe we can bug the school or something.
That may
luck.
good.
That's some invasion of privacy.
I mean, nothing else. I can just get the map to whatever group you need them to get to. I'm gonna go to Mohokotoro, and they all have at least one person in it.
I think I need to do it this way exactly. It's important.
I mean, to be fair, when you're messing with future shit, it's probably good not to mess with it.
Yeah.
Unless
Do you have any visions of you bugging the school?
No, and I think bugging the students would be a terrible idea, Michael.
I think it's a great idea.
It would be fine if the fact that the schools are some of the most protected places in the planet.
Yeah.
Getting the bugs in would be impossible.
And why would you want to bug the school?
So we can find evidence. The whole point of Orion.
The whole point of Orion is to expose magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not a vampire, Celeste. Like, wouldn't that be really easy? Just like,
There's one
Harder than
person.
you think.
Here's the thing,
Better
though. Yes, technically, I am perfect evidence, as are the people who we currently already have in
That's
the
what I
circle.
said at first.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah, it
it's
literally.
a bit more complicated than that.
okay.
Okay.
That's why we bugged the school.
Not yet.
would not work there, so.
All right. Guys, I need to get this to Overmorty. I'm sorry. Once we get back to Washington D.C., I'm gonna have to hit off.
Hold on.
To
Why
where?
don't we at least translate the map for them?
I think I know what to do. I'm gonna leave a message. I'm gonna leave a message on the map telling them what about it and giving them some words of encouragement.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to see what you write on there before you throw that in there.
I will we'll peer review what on the plane.
Peer review. I don't know. Yeah, let the guy with who's the bad speller write the message. Okay, good.
Here, I tell you what.
Very
Norio
good.
walks over to a nearby desk, pulls out a sheet of paper, and just writes down word for word what it says. Just leave this with it.
All right. Felix is going to write down a few words of encouragement and sign it.
Can I have left a hidden message? Norio was here.
Yes, you can. You all can write whatever you want to these random strangers
too.
that you've never.
Levi!
Levi, I don't know who you are.
You're my favorite!
You know your names.
I'd like to point out, I don't know who it is, so I can't leave that kind of.
I'm rooting for you, Levi.
That's why I just put Norio was here.
Okay. You will take Mason back, and you will have questions for him. Can we somehow come to some sort of agreement with Drage on what the outcome is? Do you feel that he would have said, or you somehow revealed information to suggest that you should keep him incarcerated, or should you let him go completely, or if you should let him go but keep tabs on him? Can we come to some sort of agreement of what you think that would happen?
Mason would give an offer that if they let him go, he will tell them the faces of everybody that he told to that was part of that incident.
Wouldn't Celeste already have that from the basically cracking open his mind?
That's actually a good question. Would I have gotten their faces?
You roll. I mean, I think with a with a critical success, yeah.
So I would already know that.
With a critical success, yeah.
I know. I'm so sorry, but like Celeste would be all for keeping Mason there because she thinks he's way too dangerous.
Noria would definitely advise that as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love your character. I think he's great, but my character is so just angry at him.
I do love your character, Drage, but I kind of have to agree. I think Felix would want to keep him incarcerated because he has, even if he hasn't done anything himself, he is proven kind of dangerous and more insidious.
Mastermind.
Yeah, he's very much a mastermind.
Noria would have been fighting, with you if it hadn't come out that you let them take her for fun.
Like, it was...
Now, Snow saying that, but yeah, with that quit, she would know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that... I think it sounds like that's going to be the consensus, that he's going to be put into the circle.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean this is going to be the last you will have seen of him. Maybe. It does not mean this will be the last you will have seen or heard from him.
And
we have to put some kind of labels on the people we put in the circles to know why they are there.
Colored tags on their
like an expiration label. Do not open. Do not open before this date.
Caution! Oh gosh, we're gonna have to teach Orion people how to make the potion so he doesn't have to drink blood.
That's true, so he doesn't have to drink blood.
I can teach it. I know how to make it.
Okay.
Norio knows how to make it too. He can just supply it and be like, push this in the door.
That is Muriel,
Yeah,
but she
so
would be like
we can-
magical imbuing into it, so she has to get someone else to do that part.
Also, for the sake of brevity, Celeste will let both of them know where to find her revolution group, so
Okay.
they can join officially.
Okay. Awesome.
Noria will definitely join.
I think that's it. Oh, so Noria's joining the revolution? Okay.
Muriel will too, at this stage.
So
He might even try and drag his sister along.